Niagara is happy to facilitate the East Aurora Board of Education Candidates Forum. We welcome the candidates and the audience. My name is Ellen Muma, and I represent the League of Women Voters of Buffalo Niagara. The timekeepers tonight are Joan Harrell and PJ Frazier. And my assistants with the screening of the questions are Ellen Newmeyer and Judy Wiedemann. The League is a nonpartisan organization that encourages informed and active participation of citizens in government. The League works to influence public policy through education and advocacy. Moderating school board candidates' meetings is only one of our functions. Membership is open to everyone. Tonight, we have the following 5 candidates for the 3 Board of Education positions. I'll give you their names in alphabetical order. Jessica Armbrust, Daniel Brunson, Douglas Crow, William Kane, and Stephen Zagrabelny. Before we start, I will read to you some rules established by the League of Women Voters.
I'm a resident of the community. I've been for 14 years. I moved into this community to raise my children here. I have 3 children that have gone through the district. 2 have graduated recently and 1 is still at Parkdale. I have a career in budgeting and finance and accounting, and I would like to contribute back to the community. And I thought one way I could do that would be to join the school board and help them with some of the financial pressures they're going through. I think the school board that is currently serving does a good job. But I think bringing a little different views and ideas in would benefit the community, benefit the district, and look for more creative ways and different ways to deal with some of the problems that we're struggling with. And I just asked you to consider me and listen to the rest of the day.
I guess if I look back at why I first decided to run for the school board and why I continue to be interested in serving on the school board, is I'm really a firm believer, as I've said over the years, in local control. And I really feel like our district is, the incredible district that it is because of local control. And taking the time to deliberate issues and think about the consequences and make the difficult decisions is something that over the years, not just the current sitting board, but every board has sort of offered up their time and their efforts and their energy to give us the district that we have, or to contribute to that. So, I certainly have a vested interest in having a good district. I have 2 children that have gone through East Aurora and graduated, and I have another that's a junior and a couple more that are freshmen this year, and a couple of 5th graders and a 1st grader. So I certainly would like to see East Aurora continue to be a great district, and I think there are things that we can continue to do to make it even a better district. I guess I was a bit remiss. I wanted to thank the League of Women Voters for putting this on, because I think that this type of discussion of the issues and discussion of what's important within our district is what makes us a good district. And at the same time, I'd like to thank certainly Dan and Jessica for their service. Dan has really. Oh, I'm already at time. Why did you take the 30 seconds?
I feel like I should be in an AA meeting. I'm not a fan of public speaking. It's not, people soon find out that's not why I'm choosing to run for my 2nd term on Board of Ed. First, I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters for putting together this candidates forum, so the community has an opportunity to learn more about each of us before voting on the 20th. Congratulations to Doug and Bill for your motivation to run. I'd also like to thank Dan and Steve for your dedicated service, many years of service to the district, and your continued interest in the success of our schools. 3 years ago, when I first ran for Board of Ed, I had no idea how hard you worked. I have learned a lot, about what it takes to be an effective board. As an East Aurora graduate, community member, and parent of 2 students in the district, I'm running because I care deeply about the quality of our schools. My outstanding education at the high school prepared me well for my education when I went on to Boston University. I graduated magna cum laude with the BS in Communications. After more than 10 years of project management in advertising and design in New York, Boston, San Francisco, I returned to East Aurora with my husband because of the quality of the schools here. We know what else is out there. I'm a firm believer in community volunteerism, and once back in the area, I quickly became involved serving as treasurer of my children's preschool, working on various PTO activities and other things. After successfully running for school board in 2011, I dedicated myself to learning as much as possible about our district, understanding the issues we faced, and being an active participant in board functions, from public meetings to committee meetings to serving as the East Aurora delegate at the Erie County Association of School Boards. In my second term, I'll continue to use my project management, communication, and collaboration skills to ensure we provide the best educational experience possible to all our students.
My name's Bill Kane. I wish I'd have known we had an opening statement, but I'm a father of twins. My wife and I moved here to East Aurora approximately 6 years ago. They're going into high school this up and coming year. One of them, my daughter's known for her anonymity, my son for his infamy, but they're good kids, and I want to see them get the best education that they possibly can. As Steve said, local control, I do believe, is the key in a lot of the issues that we have going. Particularly in the fact that with our teachers, with our administrators, we're right here, we see our kids. Albany is 200-300 miles away, Washington even further. No one knows better what's going on here than us. That's why I want it to continue to be here. I think you'll find as the evening goes that we are all in agreement on this board with the issues that we face. A primary issue is funding. The secondary issue is Common Core. A third issue is how we go about taking care of all of these things and still function as a school district. I think because of the funding issues, some of that is being taken away, especially with what we've had to cancel this year. But I think you'll find most of us are in agreement. Do we agree with everything that the board has done? No, I don't. Do I agree with the majority of the things that they've done? Yes, I do. So I'd like to very much thank the League of Women's Voters for putting this on and having us here where we can voice our views. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm Dan Brunson. Thank you to the league members for being here tonight, for organizing this event. It's a real public service. East Aurora has a tradition of excellence. Just listen to these words from our mission statement. To help each student prepare to live in society as a contributing, self-fulfilling, and caring citizen. To develop in each student a lifelong desire for knowledge and the skills to acquire it. To promote learning in the context of common sense, hope for a better future, and a deep respect for humanity. That's good stuff. And we look at this all the time and guide our work by it. But how do we know if we've succeeded? Well, one way would be to look in your issue of the Challenger that just arrived for this page that says 12 months of excellence. And this just is an anecdotal listing of the accomplishments of our students, our teachers, and our administrators over the last 12 months. It's spectacular, and you should read it. You need to read it. By any measure, whether it's subjective like this list, or objective if you're a testing person and you want to see scores on tests, whatever method you choose to evaluate a school district, East Aurora ranks among the very best in Western New York. Now, there's no magic bullet that creates this. It's done by a whole variety of different initiatives, including supportive parents and community members, you folks, hardworking students, dedicated professionals, and a Board of Education that is committed to excellence in everything it does. It's been my privilege to serve on such a Board of Education for a number of years now, and I hope with your support to be able to continue to do it for 3 more years. Thank you.